Hey guys, are you looking for a way to test run your website without actually buying a web hosting server? Then in this video, I'm going to show you step by step on how you can host and run your website locally using a free tool called XAMPP. So let's get right to it. Okay, so clear out the main question. What exactly is XAMPP? XAMPP is an abbreviation for cross-platform Apache, MySQL, PHP, and Perl, and it allows you to build a website offline on a local web server on your computer. This simple and lightweight solution works on Windows, Linux, and even macOS, hence the cross-platform part. So, for instance, we can create a WordPress website locally while hosting it on XAMPP, and it will behave exactly like an actual web server, and this is completely for free. Alright, let's see how to install XAMPP on Windows. So, as usual, we're going to go onto our browser and download the XAMPP tool from their official website. For that, we need to type in download XAMPP. Just head over to the first link, and it's going to take us to this page right here. And you can find XAMPP for Windows right here. But there are three different versions that it supports. The difference between these three versions is the PHP version that it supports. For the last one, it supports PHP 8.1.1. So I'm going to download the latest version of XAMPP, which supports the latest version of PHP, by clicking over this button right here. Also, you can scroll down a little bit to find that XAMPP is also supported for Linux and macOS. So you can download according to your operating system. But we're going to stick with Windows. So I'm going to click over here, and it's going to start my downloading for me. But I'm not going to download it because I already have it downloaded on my computer over here. So once you have it downloaded, let's click on it to start the installation process. Alright, so when this pops up, just click on yes. Click on yes again, and next. Alright, over here it's going to tell you all of the tools that it's going to install for you. So you can scour through this and uncheck anything that you don't want to install. By default, everything is a check mark. So I'm just gonna keep it as it is. Hit next. But I am gonna change the directory where it's going to install. So I'm gonna change it to D drive. But you can keep it as it is if you like. Hit next. And then next again. Next. And finally install. So this is going to take some time. I'm going to skip right at the end when this installation is done. So I'll see you then. And we're done. As you can see, the installation has been successfully done. And before finishing it off, I am going to uncheck this box and click on finish. The reason why I want to do that is now that the XAMPP has been installed, you always want to open the XAMPP control panel with administration right. I'll show you how. So whenever you open up XAMPP control panel, this is where you always switch on all the services of XAMPP. So you always need to open up control panel of XAMPP by right-clicking on it and running it as an administrator so that it gives you all of the rights. And right here you can see this is the control panel where you always need to go whenever you want to activate these services. And these are the services that it can activate for you: Apache, MySQL, FileZilla, Mercury, and Tomcat. Out of all of these, the first two are the most commonly used ones, Apache and MySQL, and are the one that we're going to be using right now. So you can activate these services by clicking on this start button right here. So one by one, we're going to click them open, and you'll know that these services are activated as soon as these background color turns into green. And you can also see over here that they are activated on these port 80, 443, and MySQL is activated on 3306. Now, if you click on admin button right against the MySQL service, you'll see that it opens up PHP My Admin for you, where you can create and manage all of your MySQL databases. Going back to the control panel, once you have XAMPP installed, now you can host all of your media and website files onto this so that it can run on your browser. Where do you do this? You need to click on the right side. You can see there is a button called Explorer. If you click on this, it's going to take you to the location where XAMPP is installed on your computer. I installed XAMPP on D drive, and it has taken me to D drive itself. And over here, you're going to go and find htdocs folder, which is right over here. I'm gonna open this up, and over here, ignore all these files right here. You're just gonna host your folder, which contains all of your website, media file, and coding file and everything inside one folder right over here, and XAMPP will automatically detect it for you. By default, it has one website, dummy website over here called dashboard. So if you want to see how this works, we are going to go back to our control panel, and against Apache service, we're going to click on admin, and it's going to open up this dashboard website for us, which is there by default. There we go. As you can see, this is the default website for provided by XAMPP when you install it for the first time. However, we want to upload our custom website. In order to do that, simply create another folder. I'll name it my website, and inside I'm going to create a basic website, an HTML website with saying hello world. So let's do it. Let's name it index.html. It has to be index.html. Yes, and I'm gonna go open it with Notepad, and I'll simply write, and I'll simply have an h1 tag. I'm gonna save this, close this, and I'm going to open it on the browser. So now if I go back to the browser, see localhost/dashboard. Instead of dashboard, I'm gonna go to my website. Hit enter. There we go. So as you can see, just by changing the URL, ending it with the folder of my website, it fetched all the data inside the index.html and placed it right over here. So basically, you can now create another folder over here, which would have all of your WordPress website for, let's say, and you can just go onto your browser, change the URL, and bam, it's gonna run like that. One last thing that I want to share with you guys is that at times people do get problem where their services are not getting activated. This is more than usually because of the ports. Besides the problem of the services not being activated, let's say you want to change the port number of these services to your liking. What you can do is stop these services, obviously, first of all, and you're going to go on to each of their config file. Let's say I want to change the port on which my Apache starts. So I'm going to go on to config. I'm going to go on to the first one that says Apache httpd.config. Click it, open, click it open. And in here, I'm going to find, let me just zoom in a little bit, and I'm just going to search for the port 80 right over here. And I'm only gonna change those 10 which doesn't start with a hash symbol, because the hash symbol are the commented lines. So over here, it's listening to port 80. I'm gonna just write 8080 instead. That's fine. The other one, there are only 2 instances of that, by the way. So 80 again, and that's that. There probably isn't anything else. Yeah, there are no other ports. That's simply 80. I'm just gonna save this, close this again, and I'm going to start Apache service again. And there we go. Now you'll see that the port now is 8080 and not simple 80. Okay, so there we go. We have successfully downloaded and installed XAMPP, and we learned how to host a custom website, and we even saw how to change the port number if we wanted to. So this is a very simple and convenient way of hosting your website locally without paying any dollar. And once you're ready, your website is completely done, then you can buy the web server and your domain, and you can ship or migrate your entire website content to the actual web hosting server. Till then, you can test it out over here and do all of your changes as you would like. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. If you found the content helpful, then you should also go and check out my blogging website, programmatically.com. The link will be in the description box below. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel, and stay tuned for the upcoming video, guys. Take care.